Greetings comrades and welcome to the new video. Today we'll be making vine leaf rolls with some minced meat and rice. Oh, how we call them vine leaf surmi. As you may know, we already made such rolls with cabbage, sour cabbage, but these rolls are my favorite. We'll be eating vine leaves. I know it may be strange for some of you, but they taste quite nice and they are full of vitamin C. And I'm not sure if you can find such vine leaves, but here we have a lot of vines in Bulgaria actually. This is not very known fact, but we produce a lot of grapes and a lot of nice wine, and that's why we have a lot of vine leaves. And why not eating them? Even if my Slav village house we have around 10 vines, or we had, now we don't have so much. When the leaves are young, you collect some of them and you steam them, and typically we put them into jars or freeze them in the freezer so we can have some vine leaves for whenever we want some of these rolls. As I said, these rolls are one of my favorite dishes. The only hard part is to roll them because they are quite small and you should roll like 10,000 of them, but in the end it's worth it. With that said, let's see how these rolls are prepared. You need a very low amount of products and the only hard part is to find the vine leaves. You need some minced meat. I have some turkey minced meat, but you can use whatever minced meat you enjoy. I have some around 150 grams of rice, which is the amount that goes well with around half a kilo of minced meat. I have one huge onion and some tomatoes. This is more like tomato puree, but you can use some other type of tomatoes. And of course you need the vine leaves. They sell them here in these jars, by the way, and I just bought a jar from the grocery and I have vine leaves, so I hope you can find these where you live, so you can prepare these nice rolls. And of course we'll need to add some flavor to this mix, so essentially we'll have some herbs and spices. I have dill, a lot of dill, it goes perfect with these. I have some summer savory, of course, some paprika and some salt. You can also add some black pepper, or how you say to it, pepper. We say it black pepper, I'm not sure why. That's basically all the products you need. Of course you can add some other herbs and spices, whatever you want, but these are the traditional ones that we add. And now let's start preparing the rolls. First of all, you need to clean the onion from the unedible layers and cut it into very small sized chunks. After that, you take one huge bowl where we will prepare our mix, add in the minced meat, add in the rice on top, and add in the onion. By the way, the rice, you should aim for that more round rice, not the big grain, the more round rice which boils easier and it's like it has more starch. After you put all these ingredients into the bowl, you mix with your spatula or with your hand, whatever you prefer. I'll mix with the spatula for some time, but after that I'll switch to my hand. Add in some of the tomatoes because they'll add in some moisture in, and the mixture will be easily mixed. If you add tomato concentrate, which is very thick, you should add a little bit of water in order to mix everything better. After you have something like a dough mixture, it should like feel like a dough, you add in all the spices you want. Summer savory, dill, paprika and salt. And you mix again and our mix is ready. And now comes the hardest part of this recipe. And the hardest part is to roll the rolls. It's quite hard for me because they are quite small and you should be very careful with the amount of the mixture you add in and the amount of the stuffing. Because if you add too much stuffing, when the rice soaks the water, it will become like, it will expand and your roll will be destroyed, which, yeah, we don't want that. So be a little bit conservative with the stuffing. You add some stuffing in the middle, you fold the leaf on both sides and just roll very gently. The first one was a little bit like Frankenstein, but after that I get used to it and started rolling them quite faster. By the way, aim for a little bit bigger vine leaves so you can roll the surmi easier. You roll for around 20 hours and you're rewarded with a ton of rolls. After that you put them into a huge pot, add in some water just to cover them, and we'll add a plate on top of them. And Why we add the plate? It will act as a weight, so our rolls won't swim in the water and unfold, and it will become like a very strange soup with rice, minced meat and vine leaves, which I imagine won't look very good and won't taste very good. And that's why, yeah, we put the plate on top. First, you need to boil them more aggressively on a higher heat until the water starts boiling. After that, turn the heat to medium so your vine leaves won't crack and your rolls won't fall apart. You boil them for around 40 to 45 minutes, basically until the rice has cooked. On the 40th minute, you can take one of the rolls and just open it and see if the rice has cooked. If the rice is okay, our surmi are ready. And typically we serve them with some yogurt on the side. We've always eaten these with yogurt on the side. It's perfect, and it's, as I said, one of my favorite dishes. The Slav difficulty level of that, I would say 3 out of 5. Most of the recipe is easy, but when it comes to rolling, I hate that process, and that's why I give it 3 out of 5. I hope you enjoyed this surmi. I know they prepare them in the Middle East also with vine leaves, and I'm not sure where else, but here on the Balkans we prepare them also. Also, I'm not sure if other Balkan countries do it, so if you're from another Balkan country, just write in the comments if you prepare these rolls with vine leaves, and what stuffing do you add? Do you add the same stuffing, or is your technology of the stuffing the same? I would be interested to see that. With that said, this was all from me, comrades, for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Slav you next time, and now watch one of these 2 videos.